look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Leading the Steelers in this one, longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. These guys just about set to go in this one. Opposing him, that's Aaron Glenn, head coach of the Jets. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, starting our second year here in the Madden booth. And we're off in East Rutherford. Here's Thomas on the return. Jukes one defender. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong, Aaron Rodgers.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with the new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie. He could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
14 yards. That's good for a Jet.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
They go right back to Hall. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Fields on 3rd and 2. Pressure's there, and the steal closes on him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On second down, Warren. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Austin makes the grab downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, but we just showed it off. Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game, and sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Searches from the pocket. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Third and long, Rodgers. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Jets offense now set to take over. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Second and 10.
From the gun, it's Hall. Takes out a one-stop. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have third and 2.
Brings up third and 2.
Fields out of the gun. He's running for it. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Jets. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Intended
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
15 yards. That's good for another Jets. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, here comes Hall. Space to the left. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
That's another Jets first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
No run now with Allen. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes second and goal. Hall goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On third and goal, here's Fields. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1.
Steelers nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Johnson now on the return. Stiff arm success. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers offense headed out. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Off play action, Rodgers. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Trying an inside give to Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. He lofts it deep left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Throwing on first down. Fields Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete
Intended
pass.
for Mason Taylor.
No dice on that prior pass.
Incomplete.
Here's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of gain.
Mason Taylor
Third and a lone yard coming up.
brings up third and 1.
Fields sneaking it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
A gain on the play. That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hall running between the tackles. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
TJ
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
2-yard gain. Brings up second down.
Fields throwing here. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Fields looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up second down. Here's Fields to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended
Last
for
pass
Mason
unsuccessful,
Taylor.
and they have third down here.
Brings up third down and
Fields to throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Caught just shy of the goal line. And in, touchdown, New York. The Jets take a 13-0 lead.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets double their lead to 14.
Steelers nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Johnson with a return here. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And it's a nickel look for the Jets. Third down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. They'll make a big for it on the ground. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Rodgers set to pass. Completed left side to Smith. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A gain of 4 brings up second down.
Here's second and 5. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
On the scramble. Jamie and Sherwood on the tackle.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
And the Steeler first down.
Counterplay here, Warren. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On second down, Warren gets it again. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
First down, Steelers.
Johnson up the middle. They get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
At the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 18 on second down. He's going to keep it this time. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first
It's a
down.
gain of 6. And a Steeler first down.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Has it in close. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers start to fight back for their first points of this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Steelers 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
He gets a 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
At the 36-yard line.
Give on second to Hall. Blast through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go right back to Hall. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 14. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Here he is on 3rd and long. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 42 yards. That's good for the Jets.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's bottled up at the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Fields. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Steelers calling their first time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Johnson now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. 4th pick up to their own 31. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd and 8.
at the 41-yard line.
Left side caught by Metcalf. They stop him at the 39. No first yet, but they've got 3rd and very short coming up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. They give to Hall on the draw. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Fields out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down throw for Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Now Fields again. Set up the screen here for Hall. And they make this stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 36, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's 1.
Complete to Jalen Warren. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Steelers.
On play action, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Second and inches at the Jets' 48-yard line.
Here's Warren. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Steelers first down.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 36-yard line.
Now 1-1. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. In motion left goes Reynolds. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Jets. First down.
On play action, Fields. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Jets. First down. 1st and 10.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Fields now to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
It's a gain of 3.
Throwing again is Fields. This will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And here's Freiermuth again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First down, Steelers.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Steelers first.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
In punt formation for the Jets.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Warren going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Warren again, and this time he is in. Touchdown, Steelers. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Jets.
Now Fields. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Here's Fields. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Austin brings in the quick throw. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. Down to about the 22 here. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now Rodgers. To run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown! Calvin Austin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point now by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's 2nd and 10.
Up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Fields. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Kent to return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Slant route to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 10.
Here's 1st and 10.
Down Steelers.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
Here comes 2nd down.
2nd and 2.
Rodgers to throw. This one finds Austin at right. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 7. A little over a minute to go. And no other way to say it. They have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself. Found a way to reset the downs and advance the ball.
Pass complete to Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw, Fields.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen. And, of course, a special player.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now Folk for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. 5 plays there on that drive. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here. On a counter, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Hall. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
A gain of 12. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Net score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through is going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they'd been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for Pittsburgh, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.